Lesson: California Consumer Privacy Act. The California Consumer Privacy Act represents a pivotal piece of legislation in the regulatory landscape for AI, focusing on consumer data privacy and protection. Enacted in 2018 and effective from January 1, 2020, the CCPA provides California residents with significant rights over their personal information, aligning with global trends towards more stringent data protection measures. For professionals in AI ethics and governance, understanding the CCPA is crucial not only for compliance, but also for fostering trust and transparency in AI systems. CCPA grants consumers the right to know what personal data is being collected about them, the purposes for which it is used, and the third parties with whom it is shared. This knowledge empowers consumers to make informed decisions about their personal information. Moreover, consumers have the right to request deletion of their data, opt out of data sales, and access their data. These rights necessitate actionable strategies for businesses to manage data responsibly. AI professionals must design systems that can efficiently store, retrieve, and manage consumer data while adhering to these regulatory requirements. A practical tool that organizations can implement is a robust data inventory and mapping framework. This framework helps businesses identify and categorize the types of personal information they collect, the sources of that data, and its flow within the organization. By creating a clear map of data flows, companies can ensure that they comply with CCPA's disclosure requirements and manage consumer requests effectively. For instance, a company like Microsoft employs advanced data mapping tools to maintain transparency and control over data processing activities. Implementing such frameworks not only aids in compliance but also enhances operational efficiency. Moreover, AI systems must be designed to incorporate privacy by design principles, a proactive approach that integrates privacy features into the development lifecycle. This involves embedding privacy-enhancing technologies into AI systems, such as data anonymization, encryption, and differential privacy. For example, Google utilizes differential privacy techniques to enable data analysis while minimizing the risk of identifying individuals. By adopting privacy by design, AI professionals can ensure that their systems are resilient to privacy risks, thus fostering consumer trust and reducing the likelihood of legal repercussions. Another significant aspect of the CCPA is its provision for consumers to opt out of the sale of their personal information. This necessitates the implementation of user-friendly mechanisms that allow consumers to exercise their rights easily. Businesses must ensure that their websites and applications provide clear and accessible options for consumers to opt out. For instance, companies can employ preference management platforms that allow users to manage their consent and privacy preferences seamlessly. These platforms can automate the process of handling consumer requests, ensuring compliance, and enhancing user experience. In addition to technical solutions, organizations must cultivate a culture of privacy awareness and accountability. This involves regular training and education for employees on data protection regulations and best practices. A comprehensive training program ensures that all employees, from executives to frontline staff, understand their roles in safeguarding consumer data. Case studies have shown that organizations with strong privacy cultures report fewer data breaches and higher consumer trust. For example, IBM's privacy training programs emphasize the importance of data ethics and have been instrumental in maintaining their reputation as a trusted technology partner. The CCPA also imposes significant penalties for non-compliance, with fines reaching up to $7,500 per intentional violation. Therefore, implementing effective compliance monitoring and auditing mechanisms is crucial. Organizations can leverage AI-driven compliance tools that continuously monitor data processing activities and alert stakeholders to potential violations. These tools can automate the detection of non-compliant behavior, reducing the risk of fines and reputational damage. For instance, compliance monitoring platforms like OneTrust provide comprehensive solutions that integrate with existing systems to ensure continuous compliance with data protection laws. Furthermore, transparency is a cornerstone of the CCPA, requiring businesses to update their privacy policies to reflect their data practices accurately. AI professionals must ensure that these policies are not only legally compliant, but also clear and understandable to consumers. This involves simplifying legal jargon and providing examples of how data is collected, used, and shared. Transparency builds consumer trust and can differentiate a brand in a competitive market. A well-crafted privacy policy can serve as a communication tool, demonstrating a company's commitment to data protection. The CCPA's influence extends beyond California, as businesses across the United States and globally must adapt to its requirements if they serve California residents. This has led to a ripple effect, with other states considering similar legislation and businesses adopting CCPA-like practices as a standard. For AI professionals, this underscores the importance of designing systems with flexibility and scalability, capable of adapting to evolving regulations across jurisdictions. In conclusion, the CCPA has reshaped the regulatory landscape for AI by prioritizing consumer privacy and data protection. Professionals in AI ethics and governance must embrace actionable strategies such as data mapping frameworks, privacy by design principles, and compliance monitoring tools to navigate this complex environment. By doing so, they can enhance their proficiency in data protection, build consumer trust, and ensure their systems comply with current and future regulations. The CCPA serves as a benchmark for responsible data management, and mastering its requirements is essential for any AI professional committed to ethical and compliant data practices.